Well, hey everybody, welcome to TLSB Plays Final Fantasy 16. I almost said Baldur's Gate. I almost did it.
We've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate.
It's me, Piro, here with Slam Zone and Poster Ghost.
Yo.
Hey!
We're chasing Lady Benedicta right now, the dominant of Garuda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Chris.
What? Today is the technical difficulty day. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
You can tell them what I did. Started the wrong episode.
Oh, we're starting again?
No, I mean, no, we're just gonna keep going.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to start again.
No, we're not starting again. We're
Right, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
No one knows.
No one knows that I'm a failure.
Those are the secret outtakes of the last save point.
You were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say
In
about
bed
this.
with Sid.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of
Who wouldn't? With that
If
silky
you see
smooth
him,
voice, rugged
tell him
looks.
thanks for looking after
Rugged wiener.
Exactly.
Now,
You know
what
he's
can I
like
help you with?
taking you straight to
I'm
Pipe
searching for
Town.
a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot of bearers around these parts.
Bears. We get a lot of bears around
But
this
I
part.
do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're trying to
bears,
find the
oh,
dominant that killed Clive's brother.
Sod.
Did
Right.
you even look at
And so
him?
we're trying to chase him down, but Lady Benedicta was taking over this place, and then we had to kill some people, and then she ran off, like fucking Team Rocket. Except she didn't blast off, she like
Bearers who
blasted
choose
us
the
and then
element
took
of
off.
fire are handy on the battlefield, as I'm sure you know. I expect that's why the royalists.
So what you're saying
No,
is you took
no,
a
I'm
blast
sorry,
in
doggo,
the
I'm
face.
sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, look, come on, there we go, good boy.
It's like I didn't like you anyways.
Alright. The darkest game ever.
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Literally and figuratively. I don't even remember what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta go talk to villagers. And then we gotta go to a castle, probably.
I think we've probably asked this question a few times, but I mean, it's only because this Final Fantasy game is so different than the other ones. But like, Nick, what do you think so far? I feel like,
getting rid of those bastards.
I like it so far.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'd be on my way to Ash by now.
I feel like I'm not totally
One of the
invested in
others.
it just yet. But we're only a few episodes in, I guess.
These others.
Only
Was there a dominant
8
of-
episodes
A
in.
dominant of fire.
Yeah, and I'm like a lot further, and there's like more buy-in. Like you feel like you have more.
Bloke all swallowed up in his
Like you feel like all this
Honestly,
stuff is happening in the world, and you're like barely making any kind of influence in it.
I want to see like more cinematic stuff like the Ep8 Phoenix fight. That was
Yeah.
like really good.
was a young maid who went wherever he did,
It doesn't happen enough,
including the church,
in my
and
experience.
wherever the royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Sid's found anything.
Oh.
Tell you one thing for nothing:
I think
that girl with the hooded.
the
cloak
combat
was
isn't real varied, even towards the end, even when you have a lot of abilities. Well, not towards the end, but where I am. It's kind of like this cycle. It's almost like you're playing like an MMO.
Yeah, like you use the same 6 abilities and that's it.
Well, and like you're managing the stagger bar, so like you're like, okay, how can I deal the most damage once the stagger bar is down? How do I get the stagger bar down as quickly as possible?
Look how
feel
hard
like
you
the-
just tried to skip just now. You're like, oh
Yeah,
god. I'm gonna walk all the way
oh,
around.
I feel
yeah,
like
it's like awful.
it reminds me of the combat of was it 12? The one with lightning and snow and
Oh, it's 13.
13. Yeah, it reminds me of that one a lot, right? With the combat, the stagger and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at least in 13, like I felt like they gave you enough special characters and they gave you enough people in your party that were good at different things, that like building groups and like battle styles and things like that really like dictated how you fought things, you know?
yeah, and like there's a lot more character building, whereas this one is like mainly focused on on a few different characters,
Yeah.
instead of like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 10 guys, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I liked about like 7, 8, 9, you know?
Well, like this whole first section is mostly about him. The second, there's more stuff about the other 2 people later.
I trust it's all
I
here.
don't know, my big issue is, like, I don't really, at this point in my life, I don't want to micromanage a whole party, so I like the more individualized level up system where I'm like, well, I don't really want to have to worry about leveling up 6 people, you know? So
Well, that's why I took that item that does the dog for me, so I don't have to do anything.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news.
No, never. Never had good news ever.
It's a good news scowl.
Yeah.
So, a shady lad with a hood and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on. But
That's what we're trying to find.
But
I've been
But
thinking, if our friend is a dominant,
they just keep saying
why
but.
not just burn the royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back. And I reckon they have
Every time
something
they
to
say
do with his
dominant,
partner.
With his
I think
partner.
of dirty things.
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominant's like to
Waluders.
think twice before
Our
starting any
dominant.
fight. Whoever he is,
Yes,
surely shows
Daddy.
to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found.
Somebody give me a shirt like that. Where
This could
like
spell trouble.
Just wear it into the office, Nick.
lace up front.
Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn.
Need to Google what bleary means now.
Bleary?
Yeah,
Bleary
this,
eyes.
I feel like at points it's like too highbrow. Like I have to like look up words that they're saying,
Mm.
and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
You're the kind man
Like, who is this audience for? They're killing each other, but they're also using these really crazy vocabularies.
Like we're going with the old English vernacular in a Japanese game.
And they also say cock.
Look, they gotta sleep on the floor.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose.
A wet rock, huh? Whoa.
Quentin,
Hey.
next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
Floors all
No need
yours.
for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
No shit,
Did I
bro.
say?
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services.
Oh shit.
The
He's
royalists
gonna fuck
saw fit
Sid.
to erect a
He's
barricade
like, I'm
across
down
the
for
road
some boner time, bud.
and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you
See,
leave.
he's even got the lace up front shirt.
God damn it.
That's what they thought all, like, Japanese people thought all medieval people that had just, like, fluffy
Lace up
shirts.
front. Yeah,
They
yeah,
saw that
front.
Everybody's
episode of-
one of the musketeers.
Yeah, they saw that episode of Seinfeld and they were like, yes.
This is it.
Well, that took longer than expected. First time.
Look, they didn't make me do the barricade, thank God.
It's easier, don't worry.
The lips and the text do not match very
If we
well.
leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest.
What? Yeah, that sounds
she's out of
crazy,
the way.
Zach. I'm Nick.
No more waiting.
What do you mean it doesn't match?
Come on.
Eh.
the road south then. Unless
I know of another shortcut.
A little bit of the shortcut.
Appreciate your help with the Royalists' barricade earlier.
The good thing we have young Ringo Starr with us.
You got so much leather, I can just hear the tightness of your leather. That
Yeah, you
sensual
can
body.
hear it. Like, there's, like, leather noises. There's a lot of leather noises in the headphones.
That's how it would be.
You can hear your wiener just bouncing around.
Just so sweaty. Just, like, the grossest fucking clothes.
I fight crime in a rubber suit.
Well, you know everybody ain't showering every day either.
I mean, in this, you never see him shower in these games. There needs to be more shower
Is that something
scenes.
you want?
Yeah, I was just about to say, there needs to be more shower scenes
shower
in games. I miss when animes had shower scenes for no reason, you know? You used to,
Nothing down
you
here,
pop in your
dusty
Street Fighter
cobwebs.
movie and you get to see Chun-Li in the shower, alright? Why don't we get that anymore?
You know why.
Why don't we
Why?
get to see, I want to see,
Why?
you know what, I'm not even mad that it's Chun-Li. Give me fucking Ken. Show me Ken dropping full dong in the goddamn shower. But no, we
Why
don't
does it
even
gotta
get
be
that.
dropping dong?
Because that's where the water comes off of.
You think his dick has got abs?
Maybe. I bet it can flex, though.
You think it's
Mine can too, bro.
He's got like dick abs.
Dick abs.
It's got segments. It looks like a caterpillar.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. It sounds awful.
Oh god. He gets it in there and he flexes it and rips his chick in half.
He's like, I must explain.
Looks like a
penis.
scorpion's tail.
Before we go any further.
I've got full dexterity and mobility in my penis.
I'm gonna churn it up in there.
You don't want me to do the helicopter dick inside of you.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Pet
pups.
the dog, pet the dog.
Yeah, I gotta pet the dog.
Every time.
It's frustrating to me when they make you do like the.
Man,
You
I
can
did
give them
not
a
see that
treat
live
and it's
there.
not as satisfying.
You want the treat to be more satisfying than the pets.
Yeah, and it's not.
What the fuck were they thinking making a game this dark?
I had to turn up the brightness.
Holy shit, you turned up the brightness?
Yeah, I just turned it up in the game.
Oh my god, dude, and it's still super dark.
Well, I assume it's like, well, your eyes have to adjust to the darkness. Like, I have to imagine that's what it is, but it's annoying.
Well, I think people are.
know.
I think people are also complaining about the amount of particle effects. Speaking about not being able to see, because if you can't see because it's dark, the other thing you can't see is because there's so much shit going on the screen it obscures what you're looking at.
We got fireflies, we got the moonlight, we got the grass.
Not thinking of heading that way, are you?
And then in battle you have 1,000 different explosions and fires and.
If the royalists
Like,
look into
just so you viewers know, I had to increase the bitrate. I started at 5,000, and now I'm at 7,500 because when the particle effects happen, it is like fireworks on your screen. So it is hard to tell what is happening when you're watching the video. So look forward to that.
Royal Mastiffs. Yeah,
Fuck
good
my
dog,
circle.
bad dog. That's the ultimate dilemma of mankind.
Are they bad dog? Are they bad dogs or just bad owners?
Oh man.
Slapping
deep
it,
cut.
bud. Slap chop, bud. They just sold you the slap chop, bud.
You shouldn't have just been hanging out right there in the woods in the path. Should have tried to get the drop
slap
on me.
chop, bud.
There's not as much running later in the game. You just teleport places now.
Chance of holding.
when they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
This feels like you're about to run into some crazy big
Well, you
ass
don't think
thing.
they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of his
Da 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 da.
to execute it.
Hang a right.
Doing that thing where we're like, well, I mean, tell me to go this way, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, you go the wrong way first every time. A true gamer wants to go the wrong way first.
Well, that's where the stuff's gonna be.
Yep.
You gotta check. It's like, because it happened one time when I was a child, and it worked, so now I have to check every time in every game.
Well, the thing is, like, even when you find stuff, it's like basic crafting items. There's not like, I'm not gonna find fucking the Zodiac spear or anything. Like, that's not gonna happen.
That shit did happen in Final Fantasy X to me. There's like certain items you have to pick up in very specific spots. Oh man.
Yeah, it's like if you can't open this chest, otherwise the spear won't appear. You're like, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Who
what
the
old
fuck
games
put
used
that
to
in the
be
game?
like. That was part of the challenge. And then when the internet came along and everyone knew every secret, that kind of disappeared. It lost some of the mystery.
Hey, I only get to play the game one time.
Yeah.
Alright? I'm not playing the game 15 times.
I mean, there are games that, like, if you think about the original Baldur's Gate, I bet there's still stuff in that, like, where you'd be playing it for forever. Like, I bet this game even, Divinity Original Sin, and, like, this one, like, freaking Baldur's Gate is gonna last so fucking long. Like, how long are we gonna be playing this game for? If we're supposed to get to level 20.
Your lady.
Oh, it's not the 20. I think it's 14.
Well, even so.
But yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, we're not even in Baldur's Gate yet. We're still in the baby area.
Yeah.
Hard not
Whereas
to
in this
imagine
game,
when it isn't crawling with
like, this feels like the baby area, but then, like, it gets bigger and they Okami you, and then you realize that the area is even bigger.
That's what they've been. The Witcher, they did the same thing.
You're like, get used to the baby area, didn't you? Well, no more baby area. I was like, oh,
Here's the
come
real
on,
man.
dog.
Fuck.
Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Sick of Torgal.
Like, stop trying to do like the combo thing,
Like, so I'm just
where you gotta be like tapping square and triangle, like in Succession.
Stay down.
You're like, no, I'm playing Devil May Cry.
It's over.
I like the lunge though. The lunge makes it nice.
That's very Final Fantasy 15, 14. 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You speed up combat with the teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching some
I can't
people.
remember if I bought 15. What's the last Final Fantasy I bought? Let's see here.
I bought 15, but I didn't get too far in it. It's just such a huge and like they immediately throw you into the open world, and then they're like, "Here's some quests," and you're like, "Oh my god, I can't play a game like this. It's too big."
What's
Yeah.
the
Ultimately, it got to a point where I was just like, I'm just gonna beat the game.
As this endeavor will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge.
Well, I mean, isn't like
Should
Final
see us through
Fantasy
to the lower
15
levels of
like
the
it's
care.
like MMO size, but in a single player game? Like you can do like raid bosses that take
Sid.
10 hours and shit like that.
Jesus?
We both know why
No,
I'm here.
not 10 hours.
But what
It's
is it
something
that you
I
want?
heard there were ridiculous bosses in that
Restore
game that
life
could take a really
for
long
handful of
time.
outcasts.
I mean, some of the
Has anyone
bosses
ever
take
learned what you've been
10
doing with
minutes
their
in this
property?
one.
I got my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us.
It's about all of us. He wants to give everybody
Build a
freedom.
place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are.
He's a philosopher.
But our world isn't ready for a place like that.
Oh man.
So,
He just keeps getting cooler every time, right?
So relevant too. There's
What
like
an edge lordy.
he's a social justice warrior.
Look at the size of that guy's axe.
It turned into the Wizard of Oz all of a sudden. You guys are fucking Scarecrow and Tin Man.
I'm gonna take a nap right here.
This is when Chris says he's never seen Wizard of Oz.
No, I've
about
definitely
this,
seen Wizard of Oz.
Benedicta.
Thank
Oh,
God.
tell me about Benedicta.
the best and worst
Oh
decision I
man,
ever
now
made.
they're gonna have the locker room talk.
Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
She does have an icon?
Garuda,
Yeah.
Oh.
Warden of the Wind.
Warden of the Wind.
Hey, we said 5 sentences. Time to go.
Yeah. We talk
Run,
too
run, run,
much.
run,
We
run,
better
run,
get
run.
going. What a pretty boy. What a nice castle.
Like these 3 episodes, I was straight up like, oh, I'll just play for a little bit. And then I was waiting for a logical stopping point, and then it never came. And then it was like 3 hours.
You can't just have us doing a 3-hour playthrough. How can we?
Oh no. He's like, I didn't warn you.
That's why I was like, we gotta do all 3 of these episodes in a row.
Oh,
Look at her.
God. She gonna get redemption? Are we gonna feel bad for calling her the cuck
She got
bitch?
an electric fucking yeller fucking fingernails.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Has fallen.
I don't believe it.
Territories all but belong
I don't
to
believe
the
it.
Orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
No bother.
But what of the mines? Without
The
adamantite...
blight would have engulfed the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war
They're like the
we
strings.
wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own
It's so
destruction.
heavy-handed. Like,
And so you do what
We
must
are
be
now
done.
going to monologue with.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Zadolphus not betrayed us.
This guy should be president. He's so good at talking.
Again, lust you still for his embrace?
I don't know, thinking about it. Imagine if this guy came up to talk every time.
My liege, I serve you.
Do we get to see
And
titties?
you alone.
Are there titties in this game?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well the day
Or is it
you
like,
first
it looks so
entered
far where we
these
got like the
halls.
tasteful side shots, you know? But with no nip.
Your pale hand pressed into his, as if it would never let go.
That
You could always imagine.
was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago,
Yours
before my nipples were
It's the
straight.
only hand I need.
Before
You know
I-
me. I had crooked
removed
nipples
them.
before.
Soon, my dear.
My crooked nipple.
Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege.
Hold me, my liege.
Uh,
Alright, that was a little
in the
dramatic.
jungle.
I mean, that's Odin, dog.
That's Odin?
Yeah.
Odin's pretty cool. I mean, I'll give it to him. He was pretty sexy
One
too.
of our sentries has failed to report, my lady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside their care, Geralf.
Geralt.
Have them lead Sid
That's
and
not
his little
Geralt.
pet to the chapel.
That's not the Geralt.
Wait, like they start naming. There are towns that are named exactly the same things as Game of Thrones, and you're like, what the fuck?
Like, wait, the wall? Like, what?
You've come for me after all.
Alright. Final Fantasy question. What's your guys' favorite Odin out of the Final Fantasy games?
The one that rides the six-legged horse.
I'm pretty sure they're all.
I like
12.
Aren't they all?
I like 12.
I like the one
12s?
that adventures around with John and Garfield. What's it? That one. He's like a dog.
Odie.
Yeah.
It's not even spelled the same.
I was gonna say, dude, that 1 and 8 was. I loved that it was random. Like it was a random thing that show up, and then fucking Cypher cuts him in half, and then you get Gilgamesh.
Trick.
Was pretty sick.
Chris, that's how I use light now.
Like a
Make
floating
a little
orb.
fireball. Yeah,
You're not allowed. I refuse. You're too cool.
cool.
No, you're too cool already. You're not allowed to be cooler. You've reached peak.
What are you
cool.
talking about?
You've filled your cool jar.
Start with the dungeons. They may be holding the bearers there.
Why? It's just a style thing.
Yeah, you got enough style.
Like you got enough of that.
Yeah.
You need less style.
Yeah, sorry we didn't get to yours there, Nick. Wasn't
It's all right.
expecting everything to take so long.
That's right. I knew it was gonna take a while. Like when
But I
I
mean-
knew that D&D and or Juliana and Derek's like took a minute,
Well, it might
which
have.
understandably,
Sid,
in my opinion, took
This gate.
as long as it needed to, because there's 2 of them. Like
Right.
you know.
I figured it was gonna be like an hour a person. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. So
Well-
like it made sense that it was like a couple hours. You know.
We also used to play until like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So I thought we would go on, but
I'm doing most of the lifting.
I mean, it's
But
better that we.
Nick's got a lady.
Yeah,
Jordan had been home. Like she got off work at 1:30.
Oh, so she was just sitting there seething.
just
She was
looking
just
at
watching
that.
TV. Like, hey, when are we gonna cook dinner and shit? It's like, yeah, you're right. I need to fucking cook dinner and shit.
Eh.
Damn right you do. And then she was like, "Don't make me hit you again."
No, in my mind, I'm like, I just want it to taste good.
Unfortunately,
Because she
Wait, what are
hits
we
you
ta-
if it
wait,
doesn't
what are you
taste
talking
good,
about?
right? Oh yeah.
Wait,
what?
are you talking about her or are you talking about
Yeah.
the food?
A little bit of both. No, she cooks well. I was talking shit. She,
The serious
Nick's
misogynistic turn.
immediately backpedaling in case she ever hears this episode.
in my mind, I'm like talking all this shit, and I'm like, the fact is, she helps me a lot.
Don't worry, Nick. We know the truth.
Yeah, we won't tell.
Hey, you don't have to tell. Don't tell. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. I gotta turn the volume down on this. Fuck, man, that was a loud boy.
I don't know what I was trying to figure out right here. Yeah, I gave up. Gave up on that.
Now it makes sense on where you were in the episode we watched on accident.
Better find another one.
Yeah, we can't go that way. We gotta go a different way.
Take your pick.
Come on, Pops, let's go.
This way? It's so dark that I can't tell where I'm supposed to be going.
Wow.
How about over there?
Yeah, sure.
Bloody shallow. Well,
Come on, Sid, keep up. That's who that is, right, Sid?
Yeah.
Right, well, the royalist.
Sidolphus.
Sidolphus the Third. Hey, look, a collectible.
A steel set.
Oh, there's another one over there.
Loot, loot. Words that I don't know what they mean.
It's just all crafting. Like it's hardly ever anything except that.
All right, I'm gonna give my unpopular opinion. Fucking tired of crafting in video games. Hate it. So tired
I think you
of
just
it.
don't have the attention span anymore.
No, it's just like, why do I have to craft in every fucking video game? I gotta collect junk, and then fucking, if I want to get to the top tier, I can't avoid collecting this junk. Like, I have to somehow craft my way.
You need the baby version of the game?
Well, it's not that I need a baby version game. I just don't think it's necessary to a game's experience to have me run around fucking collecting junk.
I'm gonna be honest. You always have like way more than you need
Oh yeah.
in this game, and like every like special thing is just tied to a fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like in games you should be able to get the top level gear by playing through the game, like especially if it's a single player game, right? I feel like you should be able
there
to
should
play
be some
through the
extra
story.
out of the way, like
No, there should
Easter
be.
eggy type stuff.
I feel like
There
all
should
the
be, but the
necessary,
gear-
all the necessary stuff should be available through the campaign, but then there should be extra secret stuff. I agree.
That's how I think. Like there should be side stuff, right? But the context of the game for you to be able to get from point A to Z, like to the end of the game, it should gear you up enough along the way. Now, like
yeah, but
there should
I
always be the
feel like most
collectible
games
shit.
aren't that hard.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
Like, you
let's
need
take,
to have like the
single
max
player
level
games, yeah.
stuff.
Well, let's
Yeah.
take the context of the other Final Fantasy games. Every other Final Fantasy game, let's take Final Fantasy VII, for example. You can get most of the limit breaks and maybe a couple of the final weapons just by playing through the main storyline. Through playing a little bit extra, you can get the other stuff, and then by playing a super lot extra, you get game-breaking stuff, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the way it should be. You should be able to break the game if you're willing to put that much work into it. Like, give me fucking Knights of the Round and a gold chocobo. Like, sure, I will work hard for something
Maybe
that
20
broken.
hours of.
You're like, I'm gonna fucking breed chocobos and shit.
Right, but like if you're gonna make me do something like just find final weapons and final limit breaks, things that should kind of be available, but like maybe they're a little bit harder, right? Don't make me do too much. That shouldn't be 20 hours of grinding. That should be a side story, you know? Something that's a little rewarding to do, as well as rewarding in that you get the equipment.
Not like go kill these fucking bears in this forest for the next 7 hours,
Exactly,
and hope
yeah.
that a
No,
item
you just don't. You don't want them to add MMO
No,
elements. That's
give me.
essentially what it is.
Well, wouldn't you rather have Wutai? Because, like, think about it. You could Yuffie and Vincent being completely separate side stories, but characters that you could learn if you put the work into them. Finding Lucretia's cave, you find out more about Lucretia as well as getting his item. Wutai is a whole separate side area that you get Yuffie's limit breaks in. And then you get things like the ruby weapon and the emerald weapon if you really want to grind and get the final stuff, you know?
Dude, those guys are so fucking. I think to this day I've never beat Ruby Weapon.
To this day, I don't think I've ever beaten
I
either of
died.
the weapons. Oh,
Really?
nice.
Oh man, nice.
No,
Well-
I think the last time I actually beat the game, I did all of the extra stuff.
Dude.
Like I got that fucking
what's the trick to
UV's
beating
weapon that's all
fucking-
connected. You know that one.
Oh, yep.
What's the trick to doing the ruby? Is like you have to like start with your guys dead or some bullshit?
Oh, because he can quicksand him?
It's something like that. You have to start with 2/3 of your party dead. I always heard. I don't know. I tried it.
And then one of them you have to like be in the submarine, right?
That one's
Yeah,
tough because you have to get the
emerald weapon.
rose, which you have to trade the guy the master materia for to take the timer away. It's even crazier to try to beat that one. That one's even harder.
But if you have Knights of the Round,
Yeah, that's true. That's the trick. You have to, well, I mean, the trick is just get the gold chocobo, right? And then you can defeat all of that other stuff. So it's like either
and
way.
you can
you're-
win a gold chocobo. I can't
Well,
remember
you have
how
to
you
like
do that.
master a mini game essentially, right?
Well, that was the other way you could get a gold chocobo. You could do the gold
You could, like,
chocobo
win
by
one.
breeding, or you could win one through the battle arena, which was even more difficult, in my opinion. The battle arena was crazy because.
Yeah, I just did the breeding. I don't got time for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the breeding you had to do the racing to get the S rank chocobos, so you did do a little bit of a mini game, but like it was a lot. Like, I mean, I don't think it's fair to compare Final Fantasy VII because it really did have a lot of content. But like, what about Final Fantasy 15? I feel like that had a lot of content. Did it feel like you grinded for stuff in that?
No, I think the leveling system was just strange. Like you had to rest to level up. And you could get an EXP multiplier when you rested. So if you if you camped, you could get buffs.
Oh, like from eating and cooking?
Yeah, from cooking. But if you rested in a hotel, you could get an experience multiplier instead.
Interesting.
So you could get like 3 or 4x.
Huh.
And then level up, like 3 or 4 times.
Right. That's crazy.
But I don't know. Like I didn't go super far into the hunts because there was just too much. Look at this teleporting ass bitch.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about even the ones that are relative to 7, which would be 8 and 9, they didn't even have as much depth as 7. Like 7 really did have a lot of extra stuff to it.
Yeah. I'll say the card game in 9 was really good, even though it was confusing as shit.
Yeah, but
Doesn't that mean it's bad?
I mean, like it was fun, but it wasn't like it didn't have the depth of like all of the extra stuff that 7 did. The whole golden saucer, the what is it?
I felt like the games in the Golden Saucer were like gimmicky. The only things I really liked to do was the battle arena,
Well, it had the battle arena
And,
and the chocobo racing too.
the chocobo racing. Yeah.
And then
I felt like that was the big thing there. I felt like in 9, like they had the card game, the chocobo hot and cold game, and then the going around the map trying to find the treasures.
oh yeah, that was the other thing they did in that one. What about
That
8?
was fun.
What did 8 have?
It had a card game, and then it had some chocobo
The
stuff.
draw system, the worst thing ever.
Well,
Yeah,
it also
Trust
had,
was
I guess, like
terrible.
finding some of the summons in
The
both of them were secrets too. Like in order to find secrets
Yeah.
in it, yeah.
Yeah, building them, and then the continent had a lot of draw points and things on it, so you had to like know like where you could go get magic. Like it was just more grindy shit.
Interesting.
Well, let's go. Story stuff. Come on.
Beat the guy. I got
I'd say 7 and 9 are the most rich as far as game content. But then you start talking about 10 and Blitzball is like
Yeah.
pretty fun.
What else did 10 have? Blitzball.
Hidden,
I don't remember. I haven't played in a long time.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of collectible hidden summons and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Oh, it had every fucking temple had a goddamn puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
What made you feel like an idiot every time.
Yeah, you're like trying to figure it out. Dude, Bahamut's was fucking ridiculous, bro. You're on those moving platforms.
You're like, oh, by the way, there's 4 different spheres, and they all go in different spots, and you have to move the pedestals. You're like,
Fuck me. Yeah.
Right, then
like
there
what you
were-
wanted, don't you? Well, yeah.
And then
Then
there
you
was
go back to then you go back to Xanarkin to get fucking Anima.
yeah.
And if you didn't get all the shit along the way, the door was locked, bro.
All right. What about what was it? 12 next, or was it 13 next? 12.
You know, no, see, 13 comes after 12, Chris. when you count.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I needed that. But no, so
Yeah,
then
because
there's
11 was what?
the
Dog shit,
online
right?
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first MMO.
And then 12 was the one with Vash, right?
Yeah,
Vaughn, that was
Vaughn.
it.
The side game thing there was like your limit breaks were like that thing where you were like mashing the fucking buttons and it was like it would keep doing it over and over again. I can't remember what it was. It was like a cataclysm type fucking implosion of an explosion.
Yeah,
And
you had to
shit.
get like 15 hits in a row or something like that.
Isn't that where they
Yeah.
introduced the sphere grid? No, or is that 10?
No, Sphere Grid is 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, it
I
had
don't
that
think
one
I
had
ever
like
beat.
the weird.
I never beat 12.
That was the one that had like
These-
the weird ATB bar where it was like the little P string
The arc,
launched from your
the little
character.
wee-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
I'm
then that
battling
was
you.
the first game that introduced the marks and hunting.
Oh, okay. Was that the one where you had to fight Gilgamesh, like the 6-armed guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I remember that.
Who would watch me kill all these people and be like, all right, let's go fight them? We're like,
All right, our turn. For
you're like, I don't want to do
Valhalla.
this.
And they're like, they were level 12.
No, I mean, that's what it felt like when we leveled up to level 4 in Baldur's Gate.
It really did, yeah. We were like, hell yeah, we finally are useful.
We just needed to be able to tank a couple more hits.
That's really what it was. Well, we also knew it was going to happen. We got the jump on those gnolls too, which helped.
Well, they didn't triple attack kill us to death.
Do you like this part where we talk about the game that you have no idea about, Nick?
Well,
Well, I'm talking
tune
about
in. You're going to
holding
see content soon.
It's
I
going to
think
be a
I'm level-
while before we get to
Where
episode
I'm at
13.
right now, I think I'm level 29 right now. So I'm like double the level.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to figure out, like, am I missing anything? I don't want to leave. It's like stuff. I don't know if I like this part. The part that it makes me do this with the doors.
Then Great Grieger must have plans for us.
Push the doors. Open the doors.
Cutscene.
What the hell?
Freddy Krueger's about to hop out, bud.
Good. Oh,
Little late for prayer, isn't it?
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for too long, I hope.
nice. Nice quip.
All this for a midnight chat. Well, let's chat then. Where are the men and women you took from Lostwing?
You mean where's the dominant? Waleed shall be requiring his services indefinitely. Come back to me, Sidolphus. I need you. Think of all the things we can create together. The world that we can build.
You need me. Your king needs me. I'm all for building a new world. Just not his. That bastard's dreams are as twisted as his promises are false. And I want no part of it.
No pop.
King Barnabas saved you, and this is how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who'd use me? Like he uses you.
His voice does not match, bro.
Eh?
It just is so.
I don't know who you are anymore. Or what you want.
It's too gruff for like.
It's so gruff for this dude. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
He smokes a lot. They showed him smoking.
yeah, dude, he's been smoking too much.
Just wanted to be free. Free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Yeah, Vinny.
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame, then why do you feel so sorry for yourself?
A rousing speech, Lord Commander. I was a fool to believe you might have changed. The only person I feel sorry for is you!
Oh, she's angry.
I can't do this anymore.
She's like, I didn't want yellow fingernails, and that's not the only color they had.
If you would stand between our leash and his dream, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sidolphus.
No! Don't do it! Oh shit, she got wings and shit? That's very Final Fantasy. He gets to do it too, of course.
It's about to go down.
This is pretty cool. They're
He
like,
turned into the Flash just
I
now,
know.
bud.
What's happening right now?
Everybody got their devil trigger.
This is fucking Illidan from fucking Black Temple, about to fucking 25-man raid on him. Standing out of the flames. Sorry. Yeah! Come on now! Superman punch, bitch. Okay. Fucking got him when he was human.
Man, and his dog gonna fuck you up.
Finish them.
Bring that shit over here.
Well, Sid. At least it's not 3 against 1. Everyone get away!
Sup, Tarna? Chiardia. I don't fucking know what the names are. It's too fucking fast.
It's a flying bitch and another flying bitch.
Double flying turd sacks.
Yeah, they don't look that
I'm
hard.
watching it on my thing. Like, it's just... I remember, like, how scary this fight is because there's stuff happening the entire time.
Man,
It feels like an MMO fight.
you're doing a lot of damage.
I feel like you're handling it well. The summon's not in any other Final Fantasy.
Oh, nice. I like the cinematic stuff.
Man,
Yeah.
those need to go quicker.
Yeah, they do need to be a little faster, I think. It's a little too easy.
Should have
Fuck
staggered
them
them in
up.
the same spot, Zach. Come on now. Why weren't you good enough to...
Like, I mean, it was my first time fighting these enemies.
You didn't stack them? Okay.
Come on, that's the speedrun strat. You gotta organize your attacks so
Frame-
they fall at the same
frame
exact
perfect.
spot. Yeah,
Frame
exactly.
perfect connect.
Ooh, that was-
Clipping.
Oh, I thought you dodged that, but I think you got hit by it. Yeah.
Dip it. Dip it, Zach.
Come on.
There you go.
Just kill that one, Zach, and then you only have one
I
to deal
parried
with.
it.
Peed in its mouth just
Hell
now,
yeah,
boy.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Get him, dog.
Falcon punch!
Come on, stagger him. Oh, you're really close.
Luckily, that one over there is derping.
Yeah. You got lucky.
It's like I'll let you take him on.
Yeah.
You got it, cousin.
Now they're gonna do a thing. Ow.
You're so good, Zach. You're so good.
You got this.
All right, now.
Now, Saparna,
Supana.
you're about to suck it up, Saparna.
Oh, she's gonna do some checkerboard. Checker. You're doing like some
She's
bullet
very
hell shit
geometric
now.
in her attacks.
100%, dude.
Perfect
Dun,
dodge
dun,
times
dun, dun,
5.
dun, 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 dun.
Six attacks. Ah, come on, Zach. Come on,
It's hard.
Zach.
It can't be that hard. She's just a bird lady.
She's just a
bird
ethereal
lady.
bird lady.
It's just got a lot of health and is faster than me.
Yeah, that's all. And they have
She
range
attacks
attacks.
in geometric
that's all.
shapes.
Yeah.
Bombs on the ground. She flies.
Come on. You're telling me you can't parry every single attack?
Yeah, against the enemy I've never fought before, that I don't know anything about its attack patterns.
I thought you were better than that, though. Like, I thought you'd be able to.
He dipped it. Good job. Dodging the geometry.
Dodging the Geometry sounds like a really good album name.
Dodge that geometry, baby.
That's my prog
How are you
album
supposed to
name.
know? Oh my god, dude. This feels like these fights are very Souls-like. It feels like.
I mean, they don't deal that much damage.
Yeah, no. If they dealt more damage, it'd be fucking way detrimental.
Stagger that bee. Stagger that
Come on,
bee.
dog. Get in there, dog. Poop on her. Come on now. Lay a toasty loaf. Toasty loaf
I
incoming.
can't imagine doing both sides, like doing the dog and playing as Clive.
How do
That's too much shit.
There's
Do the dog.
You would have to control the dog in other instances?
Yeah, like if you don't have that item equipped, you have to control the dog.
How?
There's like, if you press left on the D-pad, it gives you the options for the dog.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like hell. Sounds like too
What am
much
I doing?
multitasking.
It is too much multitasking.
Ow. Why'd you pause it to get hit? Were you scared?
No, somebody probably talked to me.
He wanted to see it.
Da 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 dee dee.
Geometry attack, bitch. Nice dodge. Two of them back to back.
Bum, ba-da-da.
Huh.
Bum, ba-da-da, na, 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 na.
Lunge. Boom. She goes with the melee. It's 2. 1 and one more. Oh, it's 3.
I was trying to get the style kill.
Yeah. Ability finish. Sheesh! They should have let you revel in the slow-mo a little longer.
Yeah, like, I don't like that it does this at the end of the fight. Because, like, it always does a cutscene right after.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wished it would have given me that info at the end.
Huh. After the cutscene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good boy. Look how good you
Sid.
did, Clive.
Sid, are you alright?
He's like, I pooped my pants.
No.
I pooped myself. Blah! Oh, shit. He ain't alright.
Nobody makes me
paint.
bleed my own blood.
That's paint.
Yeah, blood doesn't come out like that.
He was
It's all
hanging out with Bob
splotchy.
Ross. He was hanging out with Bob Ross.
Sid, no!
Way to collect the dominant, if she hasn't already.
Sidolfo.
You can't afford to let them leave.
Sidolfo.
Remember, she has wings, you don't.
What about you?
Sidolf Hitler.
Or after I catch
I don't know. Sorry.
Sorry.
Chris is like, I want to steal all of these one-liners. I want...
I'm studying them. I'm absorbing their machismo right now.
Dude, I was watching the rerun the other day, and like we brought up the Toad Howitzer thing. I start cracking up, dude. I thought it was so funny.
Toad Howitzer's the man. He's, you know,
Oh, this is the end of the episode, right?
yeah, this is the end.
Nick, wrap it up.
Oh shit! Thrown on spot. Well, thank you for joining us on TLSB Plays Final Fantasy 15, 16. It's 16, right? 17. Something. I don't even
doesn't know.
remember. I don't even remember which one it is. The most recent Final Fantasy game they released. This is Slam Zone. This is Pyro. We got Poster Ghost sitting over in the corner touching himself.
Yeah.
And here's hoping this isn't your last save point. Take care, guys.
Night.